last part of the Excel practice, I want to practice some if-and statements, okay? We'll start with a simple one. So let's imagine that the student gets a pass if their grade is above, let's say, 7. Let's make it hard, okay? So, and we'll just use test 2 for now. So imagine that we're going to put pass-fail here. Okay, so I want to put in an if statement that says essentially, if the student gets above 7, they will get a passing grade. Okay, so we use the if statement. Equals if, start my parentheses. Then I'll compare my data. Okay, so this is the range of data that I want. Sorry, let's just start with 1. No, we'll start with 1. Sorry, guys. Okay, stop that. I don't want E5. Let's imagine that it is E4. All right, E4. Okay, so essentially, if this student here gets above a 7, they will get a pass. Okay, so if E4 is greater than or equal to 7, boom, they will get pass. Okay, so we've just got our if statement here, and it just says simply if the student is over 7, that's our logical test, then they will get a pass. If not, they will get a fail. Okay. So yeah, as you can see here, the logical test is comparing 7, the mark of 7. If it's above 7, then they will get a pass. If not, they will get a fail. And as you can see here, yeah, the student's above 7, so it should say pass. So we'll get out of that. Yeah, it does. Great. So it's a simple if statement that we've done in class. All right, let's throw in something a little more complicated. Let's imagine that we're going to compare test 1 and test 2, and that the pass mark has to be 8. In other words, if the student is above 8 marks in test 1, and if the student is above 8 marks in test 2, they get a pass. Otherwise, they get a fail. So it's a pretty tough course. All right, so we're going to use an if-and because we've got 2 criteria that we're comparing. We're comparing this and test 2. So we're comparing test 1 and test 2, and we're going to throw out either pass or fail. And the passing grade, once again, is 8. We got it up here. So we're going to do a couple things. We're going to use an and statement. We're also going to use that absolute reference that we used in class. So let's just keep this if statement. I'm going to add an and. Okay, so I need another bracket. So if E4 is greater than or equal to 7, yes. And if C4, and if C4 is greater than or equal to, and we're not going to change it. It's not going to be 7 anymore. It's going to be G where is that? G1. C4 is greater than 2. Okay, so yeah, I've got my 2 logical statements. If the mark is above 8, which is located, the value of 8 is located in G1, cell G1, and if it's above 8 in test 2, then they're going to get a pass. If not, they're going to get a fail. All right, so I'll close that out. So we've got two statements. We've got an if and an and, okay, because we're comparing these two data. If this and this is above, if this is above 8 and if this is above 8, they're going to get a pass. So this student should get a pass, which is true. Great. Don't forget we put those dollar signs in there, okay, because we're using an absolute reference. The reference that is absolute is this value up here, this 8. That's in G1. That's where that G1 comes from, because we're comparing that reference. Okay, so let's just autofill the whole thing. And you can see only 2 students have passed because only 2 students have gotten above or equal to 8 in both test 1 and test 2. All right, that is it. If you guys know that stuff, you should be good for the test. Everything should be wonderful. All right, good luck.